That's good. That marks out perfect. Oh, that was good. Off to a good start. This is fantastic. Okay, so I love it's hard for me to make like a big dramatic like, oh, who's going to be next? Oh, there. Oh, that's who's next. So it's very good though. So how many people have had high points in their life? No one. Great. Wow. Shark. It has been a long 2 years. Do I need to ask how many people have low points in their life then? Okay, well, that's a little sort of preview of the next talk we're going to hear. So, with 25 years of retail experience in buying, planning, trend, design at Dayton's, or as no one really likes to call it, Marshall Fields, also 25 years in singing and songwriting. Right now, our next speaker, Ashley Ackerson, is going to come up. And this is very exciting because this is totally true. I've done this event many times, and we already have 7 and 7 and 7. She's taking it to this next level because she's going to do 7 individual lessons for us all within her 7 minutes. So please, 7 extra claps for Ashley Ackerson, everybody.
Thank you. All right, number 1, our degrees do not define our careers. I received a degree from the University of St. Thomas in marketing management. When I was deciding where to go to school, I was deciding between Gustavus Adolphus and St. Peter and the University of St. Thomas, and made my decision based on proximity to First Avenue, because that's totally the right way to make your college decision. Anyway, I got lucky, and I was hired at Dayton's 1 week after graduation, and I started my retail journey. I did not get a degree in fashion or apparel design, mostly because I had no idea it existed. But I fell in love with what I was doing and spent my first year doing all aspects of buying and planning before I made the leap over to Target, where I spent the last 15 years in the trend and design team. Everything I know today, almost 25 years later, am I really that old? Jeez. I learned on the job because I've always had curiosity, openness to learn and try new things, and perseverance through the challenges of life, both ups and downs. Number 2, consumers are changing fast, so we must change faster and design smarter solutions. My role in trend is all about predicting the future. It might seem like a magic 8-ball would come in handy. In fact, I still own this little guy. It doesn't work very well, but from Marshall Fields that I received a very long time ago. Some of my colleagues in the audience might have one too. But trend forecasting actually looks a little bit more like this craziness. But a role in trend is a role in researching. We study the world around us. We study pop culture, art, music, technology, science, generational differences, and so much more. And then we take all that information and synthesize it all together to create our forecasts. And I'll run you through a real work example. So we start with a macro trend like the consumer imperative, reverence for nature and the environment. From there, we create mood boards based on the deep research that we've done that showcase how this macro trend will come to life aesthetically across the company. And from there, we hone it, we tailor, and really dive into division-specific needs, like this creative concept we put together for the apparel and accessories team called the Do Good Life. From there, we pass the concept on to the design teams. They work hard, they ideate, they sketch. Samples, samples come in, teams review. There's a F ton of meetings for all my Target peeps, and then finally stuff arrives in the stores. And this collection will be in on April 23rd, which I'm super excited about. And number 3, we can have career longevity. For me, in addition to having a growth mindset, I've been able to have a long career in corporate culture because of my ability to remain flexible, adaptable, and open to change. One of my friends recently described me as a shapeshifter. I'm always adapting to the business, the needs of the guests, and the work environment. I've also prioritized putting people first. Developing strong relationships and building trust has been invaluable for me to sustain this long journey. And number 4, follow your passions, they will lead you. When I was 21, I made the transition from super music fan to musician, teaching myself to play guitar, to write songs, to sing, to record. It's true, it can take 10,000 hours to hone your craft, but my passion drove my commitment. I've had the opportunity to tour and play internationally, and I've professionally released over 150 original songs. Number 5, we can't control the future no matter how much we'd like to. Everything was going along nicely in my personal life. I married my best friend and creative partner, Ed Ackerson, in 2007. We made records together, we played shows, we had 2 dogs, and in 2015, our daughter Annika was born. Life was pretty darn good. Then, my whole world blew up. Ed was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer on Labor Day weekend, September 4th, 2018. He died on October 4th, 2019, just 13 months later. Our daughter Annika was only 4 years old. I am now a solo mother and widow. Number 6, finding life after loss. Loss can come in many different forms, like the loss of a job, getting a divorce, and the losses many of us experienced during COVID-19. But for me, after the loss of my spouse, I began reading, researching, attending grief groups, going to therapy, any and all of it, looking for answers and words that could help me grasp the impossible. I did a large amount of self-reflection and rediscovery. Who was I now as a solo mother and widow? How would I move forward as an artist without my creative partner? My entire identity was shattered, and I needed to rebuild one step, 1 minute, 1 hour, and 1 day at a time. I identified that happiness and love were my top values. Joseph Campbell provided me with many valuable stories about life, including following your bliss. I also ran into Ram Dass on this journey. Even though I work on forecasting the future for a living, I found that being here now, living in the present, not making up stories about the future that I can't control, has allowed me to take steps forward on my healing journey. Times of great obstacles and crisis moments really put into perspective what's truly important and what things really matter. I found that self-care, being active, eating well, getting enough sleep were critical to move forward towards living again. And last, one of the great joys of being in this career is we can and we need to design a more equitable future. I love working at Target because of the impact we can have for so many, all at scale. We can bring joy and optimism through great design, feel-good color, and affordable, stylish products. We have the opportunity to democratize exclusive, high-end businesses like wellness, and we can make the difference for people and our planet in the pursuit of a more regenerative and sustainable future. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are at the forefront of thoughtful, inclusive design and the culture we build both inside and outside the workplace. To conclude, we're all on a journey in life. Things will always change and take us off our path. What's important is how we react to those changes. We have the power to find our way no matter the path, to control the decisions we make today, right here, right now. I'd like to dedicate this speech to Ed Ackerson and building the legacy of his music. It's all available on streaming services, Bandcamp. I have a bag of stuff right here with me. And Flower Studio in Uptown is still open for business, so please hit me up. Let's make some music. Thank you.
That's good. That's a big round of applause.